Alright guys, so as promised in the last video, I'm going to show you guys how to swap out your headlight lenses or assemblies in your 2007 to 2013 Silverado 1500. It's a pretty easy job, but I want to go ahead and make a follow-up video, show you guys how to do that since I made the bumper video, and that's kind of part of it. And also I needed new headlight lenses, and right here they are. I'm going to post the link in the description to those exact housings, and I'll also follow up in the comments on this video with how they're holding up with moisture and everything. Some people say to seal them up with silicone before you put them in. My old headlights have holes in the back of them from resistors for the old set of LEDs that were in it. They melted through it, so I think anything's going to be better than those when it comes to moisture. So I'll see how they compare to what I've already got in here. If it's not too bad, I won't mess with it, but if it's like leaking real bad, I'll go ahead and seal them up. But let's jump into it. Let's go ahead and pop the hood open. A little lever right here. Oh yeah. Underneath the hood in the center, there is a tab. Pull it. Lift the hood up. You've got these pins up here that we've got to remove to get this cover off of the grill. These are the tools you're going to need to do this job. A 10mm and a ratchet, and an electric ratchet helps a lot. I use this S-long one off of Amazon, and a pry tool makes things a lot easier, and even possibly these to get the grill off. Use the pry tool, and you use it on these clips. Pull the top up to release it. Once you get it released, you can pull the whole thing out. Be careful not to lose these. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clips in total to get this grill panel off. All right, we've got all the clips off, so we're going to just pull this panel off, set it to the side. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts on top. They're all 10mm. Once you have the 4 bolts off, there are clips down here in the bottom. And there's 2 ways to go about this. You can use the pry tool, and you can, let me see if I can get a good view of it for you. You can put the pry tool right here between the grill and the bracket and pull it out that way. So that one's basically loose, but some of them are kind of harder to get loose, and if that's the case, looks like a few of mine are kind of loose already. It might make it easy on me. But if yours are harder to get loose, you can use your channel locks. And don't forget that there are 2 tabs. Kind of keep this grill in line. You have to lift up on those to get it over this bracket. Let's say if your clips are not wanting to budge with the pry tool, you can grab this side of it and squeeze it with your pliers, so that way it'll fit through the hole here. But once you have all those clips released and you've got the 2 tabs on the top pulled up and over the bracket here, you can pull your grill and it'll come loose. And you'll just set it to the side and that'll be it. Alright, now that we have the grill off, you've got a bolt here and a bolt here, and that's it on the top here. There's also a bolt down in here. You will have to take the inner fender bolt loose, which is a 10mm. I'll show you that. Pull it back and use a ratchet to get to this bolt right here. That one was in there. All right, now we got that one loose. We can pull the inner fender back. It's really hard to see, but there's a bolt up in here. It's a 10mm. And mine is already loose a little bit because I knew I was going to be changing these out. But you don't have to take this bolt all the way out. And I'll show you why here in just a second. Get these two 10 millimeters off the top. So you've only got those 3 bolts holding in the headlight. But the next part is actually the most difficult part. There's only one way this headlight's going to come out. And I'm going to switch over to my camera to show you that the best way possible. So this headlight doesn't just pull straight out. It'll wind up getting caught on the top of your fender. You have to pull it out just enough and then push down to bring it out this way. And once again, you can't pull this headlight straight out like this because it'll get caught on your fender, between your bumper and your fender. So you pull it out just about right here, push down on it pretty hard, pull it out forward like that. All right, so once you have the headlight released, you can actually disconnect this one connector. Just push down on this tab and pull it loose. Now you're ready to take the whole headlight out. Here's a better view of the bolt that's behind the inner fender. The reason you don't have to take it all the way loose is because these headlights have a notch cut out on them so that you can slide it out from the bolt. All right, so here's the old headlight compared to the new one. I'm gonna peel this plastic off. Where the last owner had resistors wired up to the turn signals and didn't mount them, they got hot and melted right through the headlight. So we're gonna fix that issue with these new crystal clear headlights. I'm gonna remove the bulbs, but I'm gonna leave them connected to the harness. Looks like there's a single Phillips here to be removed. It holds the harness on the headlight. Probably keep that handy just in case the new one didn't come with it. There's 2 screws. There's another screw down here. And this should be, yep, every bit of it. Now I'm going to transfer the new headlight over onto this bench. Now these bulbs, you want them lined up straight, the wire going straight down in there. The LED and the LED chips are facing left and right. If they're not straight, then you're not going to get as good of a beam pattern as you could. So now we're going to throw this headlight back in, and it goes in just the same way it came out. You'll just plug it right back up to this connector, slide it in, make sure that slot on the bottom of the headlight goes right behind this bolt here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw all the bolts back in, same way as before. I'm not gonna really show much detail about that. All right, so I got them both back in, both replaced, grill back in, the grill panel back on. Something you always wanna do is make sure that they are adjusted evenly and accordingly. And as you can see, the passenger side is a little bit lower than the driver's side, and that's completely opposite of what we want. I'm going to go ahead and show you where to adjust them at. There is a screw right here. And it looks like a socket. But if you see those teeth right here, it's made for you to stick a Phillips head screwdriver in it, and you can spin it just from the top like that. It's that easy. It looks like clockwise is bringing it down. Yeah, you got to spin it quite a bit to get it down. But another thing, where this truck is lifted 6 or 7 inches with 35s, they're going to be up higher than they should be anyways. I got a piece of tape right here to kind of go off of. The truck's supposed to be 20 feet away from the wall to really go off that. So I'm not going to go all the way down to that tape, but I'm going to go probably right above that tape, and I'll show you where that's at. All right, I've got them right where I want them. You can adjust these however you like. You can drive with it, see how you like it, aim them down or back up. It's as simple as a Phillips head screwdriver. So that's about it, guys. Thought about maybe getting a new grill for this, just because it's so old and can't really get it as clean as you want to because of where the chrome is kind of faded and had so much dirt on it over the years. But other than that, I love these clear headlights. They just look amazing. Well, hope this video has been very helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Like I said again, I'm going to put the link to these Headlight housings in the description.